Now, designing holiday lights can be fun and entertaining. Now, every house is different, but start by keeping your design simple and clean, knowing that more lights can be added later. Also, having a budget in mind from the beginning will help prevent you from going overboard with determining the most impactful design for your dollars. Now, we sell and install only our own high-quality custom-cut LED lights that a customer will purchase and own for their specific home. Customers cannot purchase or have us install their own lights for liability and many other reasons. Now, our standard C9 large bulbs are shatterproof with 3 diodes in each of these bulbs that are very bright and high quality, using a very low amount of electricity. The C9 large bulbs are spaced 12 inches apart from each other, so that's 1 foot, and they come in 2 different cord colors that we stock, which is white, it's this cord here, and green, which is our most common. We have 7 different bulb colors. We have orange, green, blue, yellow, and red. And the 2 whites we have are warm white and cool white. Warm white would be our most popular color. That is a traditional color that is a safe gamble, a very classy, very nice when a customer is looking for recommendations. That would be the one to go with. The cool white is very bright and has a bluish color, and the house will really stand out. It's pretty risky, but there's a handful of customers that want the cool white versus the warm white. Now, these bulbs are installed separately, and they come in bags of colors that we add after we custom cut the wire. We go ahead and add the bulbs in there, and we can put any color combination, including multicolor or 2 different colors rotating. The magnetic clips in Dream are for metal roofs only. Now, the LED mini lights that are spaced 6 inches apart from each other with a green cord, they come in 25-foot strands, and they are available in 6 different colors, which is cool white, this one is cool white, warm white, red, blue, green, and multicolor that also includes orange and yellow. Now, these bulbs are already pre-installed, so there are limitations to the color combinations that we can put together. When wrapping tree trunks, you'll need to know the number of strands needed, and so you will find the formula to calculate that in our pricing guidelines. But the formula is the height times 4 times the circumference, and you divide that by 25, which is how long the strands are. But here's a demonstration. We're going to calculate how many strands of lights we need to wrap this tree using our formula found in our pricing guidelines. The first thing you need to know is how high you want to go up in the tree. So let's say we want to go 10 feet high up in this tree. Now, you don't want to get too high up into the tree and the lights get lost in the canopy and you can't see them. But you can go 8 feet, you can go 12 feet, but let's say we want to go 10 feet high. From the base of the tree, this is going to be 10 feet. The formula tells us we need to take that 10 feet and then we need to times it times 4. And that's going to give us 40 feet. Next thing we need to know is the circumference of the tree, which is going to be the distance around the tree. And the base of the tree can have a higher circumference than the top. The base might have a 5-foot circumference and the top may have a 3-foot circumference. So what we're going to do is take an average of the 2 and just go with a 4-foot circumference around this tree. The formula tells us we need to take our 40 feet times our 4-foot circumference, and we're going to come up with 160 feet. So the next thing we need to do is divide that 160 feet by 25 feet, which is the length of the strands. So I'll take 160 feet and I'm going to divide 25-foot strands into that, and that's going to give me a fraction, actually 6.4, but I'm going to go ahead and round it up to 7 strands. So I will need 7 strands to wrap this tree from the base all the way up. And in fact, these strands are wrapped about 3 fingers apart, so they're pretty tight going all the way to the top, and it looks really nice. Now you can add limbs. Let's say we want to go out on this limb, for example. Maybe go out a few feet there. You can use the same formula and calculate how many strands we're going to need going out on this limb. And let's say this limb is going to be 2 additional strands that we're going to need. I just add that to my 7, and I'm going to need a total of 9 strands if I'm going to include this limb. So you can go limb by limb. If you have multiple trees, just use the same formula, figure out your strands, add the strands together, and then we will enter those strands into Dream, and that'll give us a price. There are other formulas in our pricing guidelines that can help you wrap shrubs and other canopies, so just follow those formulas step by step to get the number of strands you need to enter that into Dream so it can give you the price. We're going to calculate how many strands of lights we need to wrap the canopy of this tree using our formula found in the pricing guidelines. When we wrap the canopy of this tree, we will hang the lights from the limbs going all the way around the tree. So the first thing we need to figure is how high we want to go around this canopy. So let's say, for example, we want to go 8 feet high, starting from the bottom of the canopy. That's 8 feet. That's an approximate measurement. The next thing we need to find is the diameter of the canopy, which is the length across. So we will take our measuring wheel and we will find out what the length is all the way across the canopy, and let's say it comes out to 15 feet. The formula tells us that we will take our diameter times the height times width, which is going to be 15, times 8, which will come out to 120 feet. The formula then tells us we need to take that 120 feet and we need to times 0.17, which will give us a fraction, but I'm going to round it off to 21 strands. So we will need 21 strands of lights to go around the canopy of this tree. We can go as high as 35 feet with an A-frame ladder and a pole. Hanging these lights. If we need more than 35 feet in height, then we'll need to look at renting a lift, which can add to the cost of the job. But we will enter this 21 strands into Dream, and it will give us the cost. Now behind me is a 48-inch wreath, which is our most common size. We do have smaller sizes and we have larger sizes, and you can check our product list for your size that you're looking for. The bows are sold separately, and you can put the bow on top, you can put it on the bottom. The LED lights are warm white, and the cords can be tied into the holiday lights running along the fascia, and the wreath needs to hang off of a nail or something or a screw. So we need to make sure we have the customer's permission, especially on stucco homes, to go ahead and put a nail or a screw where you want this wreath hanging. We do have other products like garlands that have the warm light, so be sure to look at the product list in Dream for other products that are available. Now please take extra care to charge for all extension cords, timers, and products necessary to complete the job. Now likely if we're short an extension cord or a timer, we'll just throw it in just to get the job complete. However, that really eats into our margins. So please try to err on the high side when adding up the product items that you'll need. Especially line item number 38, which is the takedown fee. After you come up with the subtotal of the job, then you must add 10% to take down the lights on line number 38. For example, if my job was $6,000, you must manually add in $600 for the takedown fee, so your total cost would be $6,600. Now the second year and the future install is automatically calculated by Dream as a renewal fee for 40% of the overall job. Now if any jobs are more than 50% trees, more than half for trees, then you must manually add in 55% of the total job as the renewal fee for the second year. We need you to be specific on all of your paperwork, locate and mark the power source, take pictures with markups and or graphs so it is very clear where we're installing every product so there is no confusion with our customers, our office, or our specialists. Now, homes with outlets in the soffits may have a switch inside that don't need a timer, and we certainly don't want to install a timer up high where we can't access it. Timers should be installed down low on the lower outlets where we can access the timer. There is an app pushed out to all devices, iPhones and iPads, called Jolly Lights. And it creates very impressive and clear designs to help you sell and document your jobs. Here is an example of a Jolly Light design.